Raddatz, CEO of MEETN. Welcome on the Business Brief.
Thank you, Ryan. Great to be here.
And it's exciting to have you. Rick, the company has been around since 2003, initially providing web-based services to small businesses. But this year, you've decided to launch your video conferencing services, MEETN, directly competing with the giants like Zoom and Microsoft Teams. First off, tell us more about MEETN, why now, and how is the business doing so far?
Well, MEETN is a video meeting service. We do small meetings and large meetings, up to 10,000 attendees per meeting. And so, we're competing against the big boys. And so that's a lot of fun. But as long as we stay focused on our user experience and give customers a better experience, then we can compete.
Yeah, and hopefully, as you're building the business forward, things are things moving in a direction that you think are positive at this point?
Oh, absolutely. We're getting customers. They're loving it. We're recruiting affiliates to help promote in that way. And again, really, it is all about the user experience because, and that's really what drives me. When I use any kind of service and it's not designed right, it just annoys me. I'm one of those kind of people, and so I like to make a better product. And so I'm really in on all the little details of the design of all of our features.
The global video conferencing market size is expected to reach over or close to $10 billion by 2028, according to Grand View Research. As remote and globalized working models are becoming more and more popular, the move to the cloud is becoming inevitable, thereby driving demand for video conferencing solutions. How does MEETN stand out and gain its share of this growing market?
Well, the key for, I think, any small business to compete against larger companies is to niche. And so our niche is small business owners. And small business owners, for example, it's really important if you're doing a sales meeting, for example, you need to close that sale. And so MEETN allows you to integrate your own order page, for example, or lead generation page right into the MEETN experience. So let's say you're doing a presentation to 100 people. You can pop up your order form on everyone's system right inside of the meeting room. And then that's going to make it easier for people to fill out that form because you can continue talking with them as they're seeing the form. And then when they're ready, they can fill out the form. So that kind of sales conversion is something that no one else does. And that allows us to compete against these larger companies.
Well, let's talk about that competition a little bit more, Rick. You're taking on the likes of Zoom. It's David versus Goliath in a sense. You report that MEETN's claim to fame is it's easier to use, it's better quality audio and video, and it's more customizable. But Zoom is still huge with more resources, manpower, just about more of everything. What will it take for you to compete, and what drives you to take on this challenge?
Well, the key to competing ultimately is two things, I think: staying profitable, and then reinvesting those profits in developers so that we can add more features. This is a feature-driven industry. Whoever has the best features, the best experience, they're going to gain market share. And so that's what we're doing. We hired 4 developers last week, in fact. So we're in the game. We have a competitive product, and we're adding new features that we think are really essential to our core market, the small business owner. And so that's how we, again, compete against the big boys. But what drives me, again, is just the possibility of it. I love creating a better mousetrap. It's fun for me. And it also helps fuel my other interests I run a nonprofit also. And so it's going to help me do that nonprofit even better as MEETN succeeds.
You know, what I also love about MEETN is that you're Colorado-based. You're local, and that's a difference maker for a lot of people, is knowing that you're from Colorado, you're from the U.S., and you're competing in a market. We love, if you will, the underdog here in America, the guy or the gal who's fighting to move forward, move up, who didn't have a silver spoon in their mouth when they were little or born, if you will, but rather has to fight and work to grow their businesses. And so, I wish you, Rick, and the team at MEETN the very best and all the success. Rick Raddatz with MEETN. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Ryan.